PFP athletes, coaches, parents, we are diving back into how to get in the zone in your state of flow, kind of like Travis's beautiful flowy hair, except not that kind of flow. It's the flow that you're performing at your best consistently when you get momentum. How to get in that zone more consistently by getting out of your head, because we figured out last week that you cannot be in the zone and in your head at the same time. You can't think about a positive thought and a negative thought at the same time. It just doesn't work. We can't do it.
No, it doesn't work. And we worked with hundreds of student athletes at this point, and this has been a recurring theme that we get on that first initial assessment with them. A lot of athletes struggle with this, and they want desperately to get out of it, but it's not that easy to do if you don't know the steps to take.
Right.
So we're just diving into each one, making sure we can let your athlete get out, get in the zone, have fun, and hopefully win some games.
Yeah, I ask athletes sometimes, like, how do you think you should get out of your head? Like, what do you think you should do to get out of your head? And every single time they say the same thing. It's just like confidence. Just do it, I guess. Like, I should just do it. Like, oh, okay. Well, then never mind. You don't need us.
Yeah.
However, this week, we're diving into step one of this whole equation, which is visualization. You cannot be what you cannot see. Everything starts with a vision. Everything starts with you being able to see in your mind who it is you want to be, how you want to play, how you want to act, how you want to play when things go poorly, when things aren't going your way. Visualization is so critically important, yet we find that maybe 3 out of 100 athletes are doing it. And those 3 are typically taught by their parents who were athletes at a high level how to do it as well. We want to teach you guys something that anybody can do. If you want to achieve great things, you have to start with seeing it first.
Yeah, and one story that I like to allude to with the athletes, because I got to be honest, when my coaches told me this when I was growing up, I was at the high school level, they would say this, and I did think it was kind of bogus. I discredited it before I even tried it. There's an Olympic sprinter, Michael Johnson, and what he would do, he ran the 100-meter dash on the Olympic stage in front of the entire world on everybody's TV. A lot of stake there. Nerves are high. He would sit down in the locker room, he would close his eyes, and he would visualize himself running that race. He'd hit the start on the stopwatch, and he would watch step for step coming out of the gate, and as soon as he crossed the finish line in his head, he would hit the stop. And it would be tenths of a second off his actual time.
That's crazy.
And part of him settling into that race was he ran it multiple times in the locker room. He rehearsed it in his brain. So when he got out, he ran it multiple times that day. And he was able to get it within the tenths of a second. It's incredible. They said he would actually start sweating. He would get so dialed in the zone. Pretty crazy.
That is a good story. Here's another story. Basketball coach does a research study with his team because he wants to see if visualization really works. He takes 5 players and has them shoot free throws for 3 weeks straight, 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks straight. He has them shoot 100 free throws every day after practice for 2 weeks straight. Then the next group, he has only visualize shooting and making, that's important, visualize making 100 free throws every day after practice. They would literally like sit Indian style. I don't think you'll be able to see me. They would sit just Indian style while the rest of the guys are actually shooting. These 5 would just close their eyes and just picture in their minds making 100 free throws. And then the third group, they did both. They were like the control study. They did 50 free throws in their minds and then 50 free throws they would shoot. Well, here's what happened. Group 1, the ones that shot 100 free throws for 2 weeks straight, they improved their free throw percentage by 9%. Pretty good, right?
Big jump.
Group 2, the one that only visualized, improved by 7%. Now you may say, well, group 1, they won, right? Actually shooting the free throws improved them by more. Group 2 didn't touch a basketball. That's like the lazy man's dream. I can get better without doing anything. Here's the deal. Visualization is doing something because it's so much harder to quiet your mind and to do nothing than it is to go out and shoot the free throws. We all know it, right? So group 2 improved by 7% without doing anything. Group 3, the group that did both, improved by 12%. Okay? And this study has been done multiple times, so if you go out and look for the statistics, the percentages might be off, but the point is this. When you visualize and physically perform, you're guaranteed. I guarantee you will perform at a higher level. Try it.
Yeah.
Right? Try it. And you can do this for any area of your life. I personally visualize myself doing the things and being the person that I really want to be. I visualize in my mind, not every day, but I do visualize how, when I walk into my house, how I want to be for my wife and for my son. I have a solid 45-second commute to work, so I don't have a ton of time to visualize this. But when I drive from the office back home, I actually do, in my mind, close my eyes and visualize that person, because you cannot be what you cannot
See?
see. That's an eyeball, by the way.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on this. A lot of athletes, again, I'm saying, I see a lot of people discrediting this before they do it. If you come into the gym and you goof off for an hour, you're not going to yield a whole lot of benefit.
No.
So it takes intense visualization. You really got to, like you said, quiet the mind and see it. And if you do it one time, you might not yield a whole lot of benefit, right? If you work out one time a year, you're just going to be really sore that day after, maybe 2 days after, but you're not going to yield any benefit. So it's the consistency that's the challenge. What we're challenging the athletes is 3 times this week for 2 minutes, slow it down, close the eyes, and visualize the perfect play. Visualize how they want to be during a storm, right? When they face adversity in their life. Visualize how they want to handle conflict on the team. That's how you start making a difference. It's just like working out. To work out the mental game is just like the physical side. Consistency, and you have to dial it in. You have to come with the intent to get better, not just close your eyes and let your mind run rampant.
And here's a little trick on habit building. If you guys have never heard this has literally saved me in so many ways to build a new habit. If you want to start something like visualization, piggyback it onto something you already do consistently. You brush your teeth every day, I hope. So why don't you piggyback your visualization on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening toothbrushing time? So you do it right before you brush your teeth or right after you brush your teeth, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or you do it right before breakfast, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but piggyback this new habit onto one that you already do, and you'll be that much more likely, 22.757% more likely to accomplish a new habit, which in and of itself is a challenge.
You see how I said eating breakfast, so make sure you're eating breakfast. That's a big one.
Eat breakfast, brush your teeth, visualize the secret to success in sport and life. Guys, thanks so much for watching this week's Facebook Live. Any questions, comment below. Let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about. Travis doesn't know much about hairstyling. I don't know much about drawing. That's why Travis draws this. But the things that are in our wheelhouse, we would love to help you guys out with. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good week.
Peace.